We're going to show you what's happening here. Most of you should be likely taking a screen grab right now. And what we're going to show you is what's going to happen in the next 3 years just on some infrastructure that you can put yourself close to in terms of investment. Someone that are a lot more older and likely just want to continue financing their lifestyle. Okay, so once we know that, hey, this is the 4 different kind of profile that we can work with, then we want to talk about Profile A. The 3-year strategy to sell within a short period of time may not be as profitable for new homes compared to those who bought in the last cycle. So you're buying in 2024, this may be a bit so-called tricky, but not all hope is lost. Okay, there's still opening for that, which I'm going to share with you shortly. Just that not every new launch right now will work just like in the past. You buy new homes by way of just closing your eyes, throw a stone at a new launch, you'll more or less hit 70% that it's going to make money, right? But in today's context, it's a bit different. Okay, so with that, we're going to go into buyer profile A. Okay, so can still invest in new homes to profit? That will be the question that most people will ask, because many people like new, right? Like some when we compare to cars as well, not everybody likes a second-hand car, okay? Even though it's cheaper. Some people just want brand new, the brand new leather, the brand new seats, you know, the 10 years period shelf life of the car makes you just feel excited, right? Buying directly from the authorized dealer and whatnot, okay? So if you still want new homes, how can you still profit if that's what you're thinking, okay? So to let you know, there is still possibility, but you need to follow where the exit strategy or the milestone of this initiative are. Okay, so if we give you some context here, there are some of them are happening within 2024 and 2023, and these are the initiative you want to plant yourself near, because new homes will make money in such context, not based on the oversupply that we are trying to measure just like everybody else. They are using the macro data to give you the supply demand so-called matrix and ask you to take a passive approach. For us, no, pick the infrastructure, because infrastructure still has to complete by the government. So this is where you want to make sure that in the next 3 years, if you still want to profit, fast in, fast out in the new home segment, you can still do that, but make sure you are timing against the infrastructure. Okay, so with that, we're going to show you what's happening here. Most of you should be likely taking a screen grab right now. And what we're going to show you is what's going to happen in the next 3 years just on some infrastructure that you can put yourself close to in terms of investment. Okay, so in 2025, given that short sharing just now, I'm going to give one every year, Hume MRT is going to be completed. And Hume MRT, if you know where is it is between Hillview MRT and Beauty World MRT. Okay, so the shell cast of this station was already there when they built downtown line, okay, from Bukit Panjang, just that they did not open it, okay, and this was actually there since 2015. But because of the fact that they are introducing a township in Upper Bukit Timah, that's why Rail Corridor is very powerful. We see a lot of developments coming up over the period of time in Dairy Farm and Hillview area that literally drives the price upwards, and that also create the new density that will be happening in this precinct. So with that being said, you want to plant yourself somewhere near there so that you will enjoy the growth of the MRT that will be opening. And usually when an upcoming MRT is gonna happen, literally price will shoot up organically by at least 15%. So this is something that you want to make sure that you are near, right? So again, as mentioned, this is between Hillview and Beauty World. So in 2026, we also have the RTS that's coming out as well, and that's between JB and of course Woodland Regional Area. Okay, so that's happening in 2026, and we'll be looking at a capacity of 10,000 passengers per hour each direction. That's quite massive, and of course those who drive in over the Chinese New Year weekend, right? We saw that, wow, crazy. The summon uncle auntie in the JB checkpoints are getting a lot of prosperity. Okay, and with that, we see that construction of JB RTS link to be completed in 2026. Okay, so with that, you want to make sure that you are there as well. And of course, revitalization of the Jurong Innovation District. So with this, we saw how this district first was a $4 billion that was pumped in from the Research and Innovation Enterprise Grant in 2020. And it's a 600 hectares of land from NTU to Tengah, and we know Tengah is a new township that is coming up. And also this is to house researchers, students, innovators and businesses, and to develop products and services of the future such as smart energy, robotics, digital manufacturing, fintech and digital health as well. Okay, so with this, they are expected 95,000 high-skilled workers in this precinct. and 2026 end, okay, we will be seeing this entire innovation district to be completed. So with that, we're going to use 2027 as the denominator. All right, so this is the tengah all the way to NTU in terms of the innovation district that is coming up. All right, so the impact of UT milestone, okay, so imagine that if you are going to buy into something, okay, in 2011 where the market was high, as you learned just now, because of the replenishment, right, that brought the market up by 62 percentage points, and you buying something in the outskirt area, and this is something shared in my main masterclass as well. I said that in 2011 you're going to buy anything within this new home launch list, you're likely not going to make money unless you buy executive condo there, or if not, this development called 8 Courtyard. Okay, so what happens in 8 Courtyard, which is near the Canberra or Yishun area, the number of homes will be increased by 50,000 in terms of density, and there are 2 high density white site to be introduced in commercial and residential and hotel usage near Woodland and Sembawang. Okay, so in this context, this development was acquired based on land in 2010 but launched in 2011, 654 units. Okay, and when it was completed around year 2014, which is technical recession. Okay, so the MRT that you saw here, which is called Canberra, was only announced in the LTA master plan, okay, in year 2013, and effectively only start construction in 2016 and completed in 2019. So those who bought into 8 Courtyard in 2011, using an example here, which is the 8th floor, stack 29, at 969 square foot for 786 PSF, bought in at 786,000. Okay, and he held all the way to 2015, and 2015 is what? Brexit, right? Okay, US-China trade war, right? And the market is back now, and the same unit was actually sold for 960,000, making 26% capital gain over just 4 years. And once you know that you are timing with the infrastructure and not timing with the macro economy, which is what everyone else is doing, you will realize that, hey, how come, you know, I could have actually made 20% here, but I actually wasted 3-4 years just to sit on the sideline, which is what everyone else did. Okay, so measuring the right yardstick will give you that proactive approach to still win, and that's something I want you to take note of, catching the timing of the milestone.